Welcome to Breaking International News. Khamenei hands over power. Putin reveals solution to Iran-Israel conflict. Israel attacks Iran's representative at the UN. Israel retaliates against Iran. 1 killed, 23 injured in Iran attack. 9 European countries stand directly against Israel. Khamenei hands over power. Israel has attacked Iran. In this attack, important people of various levels, including top Iranian officials and scientists, have been killed. Iran has attacked Israel in response to this attack. Israel has claimed to have killed the head of Iran's Revolutionary Guard in the ongoing war. After that, Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has taken safe refuge. As Israel's attack targeted top Iranian officials one after another, various discussions have started about the future leadership and the country's future plans. In such a situation, Khamenei has taken an important decision. Various media outlets have reported that Iran's supreme religious leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has relinquished power. He has relinquished power to the Supreme Council of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC. This information was recently reported in reports by Iran International, Hindustan Times, and MSN.com. Iran International said that Supreme Leader Khamenei has been absent from public view for 5 days. In the meantime, he has transferred wartime powers to the Supreme Council of the Revolutionary Guard, IRGC. The report said that Khamenei, along with his son Mojtaba, has been moved to an underground bunker in Lavajan, northeast of Tehran, along with his immediate family. Earlier on Tuesday, U.S. President Donald Trump made several statements regarding Iran. In this, he demanded to identify where Khamenei is hiding. Trump wrote, "He is an easy target, but he is safe there. We are not killing him, at least not now." In the post, he also mentioned, "We do not want civilians or American soldiers to be attacked with missiles." He then warned, saying, "Our patience is running out." Iran International reported that, although not officially declaring war, judicial officials have acknowledged that Iran is in a de facto state of emergency. In such a situation, the transfer of power is seen as a precautionary measure to ensure continuity of command in the event of Khamenei's death. Putin reveals solution to Iran-Israel conflict. Russian President Vladimir Putin said on Friday that Russia has made some proposals to stop the bloodshed between Israel and Iran. He believes that a diplomatic solution to the ongoing crisis is possible. Putin said, "We are in touch with our Israeli and Iranian friends, and the proposals made by Moscow are currently at the stage of discussion." He also said that Russia is interested in a peaceful settlement of the crisis and is ready to play an active role in resolving the conflict peacefully. However, the Russian president did not give details about what kind of proposals have been made. Earlier on Thursday, June 19th, Putin made it clear that he is not willing to discuss the possible assassination of Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. According to him, Iran is now uniting around the Tehran leadership, and it is inappropriate to comment on this issue at a sensitive time. Putin said at the time, referring to the suggestive statements of President Donald Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, "I don't even want to discuss this possibility. Those countries should build a stable agreement on nuclear power and security through peaceful negotiations, instead of armed threats." Putin emphasized the long-standing nuclear and political friendship between Russia and Iran in the wake of this incident, saying, "Iran's underground uranium enrichment facilities are completely intact." He said, "Russia has received guarantees that their facilities will not be damaged and has assured the security of the Bushehr nuclear power plant." Putin also said, "Russia is ready to meet Iran's nuclear, technological, and energy needs. At the same time, we can ensure the security of the Jewish state of Israel." Israel attacks Iran's representative at the UN. Israeli Representative Danny Danon has strongly attacked Iranian Representative Amir Saeed Iravani at the UN Security Council meeting. Al Jazeera News. When Iravani called for the protection of international law and complained against Israel at an emergency session of the UN Security Council on Friday, Danon accused him of playing the victim. Danon's harsh comments were, "Mr. Iravani, you are not a victim. You are not a diplomat. You are a wolf wearing a diplomat's mask." Iran recently launched a missile attack near a hospital in the city of Beersheba, for which Danon directly blamed Iran. Although Iran claims that their target was a nearby military base, Danon criticized not only Iran but also the international community, saying, "We do not hold anyone accountable for self-defense. We do not apologize for attacking Iran's nuclear facilities. We do not apologize for the threat." The statement comes at a time when world leaders are calling on Israel and Iran to reduce tensions. However, this clear position of the Israeli ambassador indicates that the situation is still at a very tense level. Meanwhile, in a speech to the UN Security Council, Russian Ambassador Vasily Nebenzia said that Israel has shown blatant disregard for diplomatic efforts. Not only that, Israel has unilaterally attacked the sovereign state of Iran without showing any respect for the UN Charter. Israel retaliates against Iran. After Iran's attack, Israel retaliated against the country. The Young Journalists Club, under the Iranian state broadcaster IRIB, reported that air defense systems have been activated in the southern city of Bushehr. Al Jazeera reported that the Israeli military said that they were continuing to attack the country's military infrastructure in the southwest of Iran. Earlier, Iran had fired several missiles at Israel. 23 people were injured in the attack, some of them seriously. A 51-year-old woman was killed. Among those injured in the latest missile attack in Israel, a 16-year-old boy is in critical condition. AFP reported this, citing the country's emergency services, Megan David Adam, MDA. In a statement, the MDA said that the injured were being treated. The 16-year-old boy was taken to hospital in a serious condition. He suffered injuries to his upper body. Another 54-year-old man is in a less serious condition. 1 killed, 23 injured in Iran attack. The number of people injured in an Iranian missile salvo in Israel has risen to 23, the Times of Israel reported. A 51-year-old woman was killed while hiding in a shelter during the attack, the media outlet reported. In a statement, Israel's emergency services agency, Megan David Adam, MDA, said the injured were being treated. Among them, a 16-year-old was taken to hospital in serious condition. He suffered upper body injuries. Another 54-year-old man was in a less serious condition. He was injured in his lower leg. Meanwhile, Israel retaliated after the Iranian attack. The Young Journalists Club, under Iran's state broadcaster IRIB, reported that air defense systems have been activated in the southern Iranian city of Bushehr. According to Al Jazeera, the Israeli military said it was continuing to attack the country's military infrastructure in southwestern Iran. However, there are no reports of Iranian damage or casualties yet. Incidentally, Iran has fired a missile salvo at Israel, meaning it has fired many missiles at once. Israeli media Channel 12 said that at least 39 missiles have been identified in the missile fleet launched by Iran this time. However, the Israeli Defense Forces said that Iran is believed to have fired about 25 ballistic missiles in the new round of attacks. This has caused damage to several buildings and injured people in southern and central Israel. 9 European countries stand directly against Israel. After the Hamas attack, Israel has been carrying out an indiscriminate and brutal attack on Gaza, Palestine, since October 7, 2023. So far, about 51,000 Palestinians have been killed, most of them children and women. Just as the State of Israel was established by evicting Palestinians in 1948, a conspiracy to evict residents from Gaza has begun in the same way. The country has announced the expansion of illegal settlements there. According to a report by the Qatar-based media outlet Al Jazeera on May 29, the Israeli government has announced that it will establish 22 illegal settlements on Palestinian land in the occupied West Bank. Some of these are so-called outposts, which have already been built without government approval. This move has been strongly condemned by Palestinian officials and human rights organizations. The decision was announced that day by Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz and Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich. Katz said the move would strengthen our control over Judea and Samaria. Israel has already built more than 100 illegal settlements across the West Bank, home to nearly 500,000 settlers. These settlements range from small outposts to large communities with modern infrastructure. The West Bank is home to more than 3 million Palestinians, who live under Israeli military rule. The Palestinian Authority governs a limited area. This time, Israel is in danger because of these illegal settlements and annexations. A major blow came from Europe. 9 European countries opposed Israel for annexing Palestine. 9 European Union (EU) countries have urged the European Commission to draft a proposal to end trade with Israeli settlements in the occupied Palestinian territory, according to a confidential letter obtained by Reuters on Thursday, June 20. The countries are Belgium, Finland, Ireland, Luxembourg, Poland, Portugal, Slovenia, Spain and Sweden. The letter, sent to EU Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas, was signed by their foreign ministers. The European Union is Israel's largest trading partner, accounting for about a third of their total goods trade, Reuters reported. Bilateral goods trade between the bloc and Israel last year was €42.6 billion, $48.91 billion, although the letter did not specify how much of this trade was related to the occupied settlements. In the letter, the foreign ministers pointed to a July 2024 International Court of Justice opinion that ruled that Israel's occupation of Palestinian territory and settlements there is illegal. They also said that states should take steps to prevent trade or investment relationships that help to perpetuate the situation. We have not seen any proposal to start discussions on how to effectively stop trade in goods and services with illegal settlements, the foreign ministers wrote. They added that they needed the European Commission to prepare a proposal for concrete measures for the Union to comply with the obligations identified by the International Court of Justice. Israel's diplomatic mission to the European Union did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Belgian Foreign Minister Maxime Privat told Reuters that Europe must ensure a trade policy that is consistent with international law. Trade cannot be separated from our legal and moral responsibilities. He added, it is necessary to ensure that EU policies do not directly or indirectly contribute to any illegal situation or instability. The letter was published ahead of a meeting in Brussels, Belgium, on June 23, where EU foreign ministers are said to be ready to discuss the bloc's relations with Israel. The bloc will review Israel's compliance with the Gaza deal and its compliance with human rights provisions in a deal that governs its political and economic relations with Europe.